This segment is all about selling your business in today's economy. Welcome to the program. I'm Mark Imperial, and this segment's brought to you by booksgrowbusiness.com. It's the place where busy professionals get their books done and published to educate consumers, grow their businesses, and to leave a legacy. Joining me on this segment is Bill West. He's the founder of West Advisory. Bill, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mark. Good to be here.
Tell us a little bit about your work and let us know specifically who are the types of clients that you work with.
Sure. So my work, there's two facets to it. One of them is economic development. So I work very much with communities, building capital access, building the right environment for businesses to thrive in. The other piece of my work is helping businesses exit. It's primarily the baby boomer generation. It's people I've been working with I had a 30-year career in banking. People I helped get into business 30 years ago. Their businesses have taken off, become successful. Now they've kind of plateaued. It's time to retire and cash out. So time to live the good life, and that's what I assist with.
For many of these business owners, is this the first time that they're actually selling? How much thought have they put into it, and what do you find is their level of preparation?
A lot of thought, a great degree of variation in preparation. Some of them come out the gate and set up the business for it to begin with is the ideal. That's the thing to do, is to build. I mean, if you build a successful business, the things that are going to make you successful are also going to make it valuable to sell, right? Getting a business up to where it's running without you, has the proper operating financial systems and everything in place, has a great the infrastructure, has the right people and everything for the business, like accounting, HR, those types of things. Those are very well prepared naturally. Many business owners don't do one or most of those. They try to do it all themselves, and that's where you really kind of need to nurture them a little bit, get them ready for the market.
When you hear from a business owner considering selling, what's the biggest, most common question that you get?
How do I value my business, and how do I go about it? But how do I value my business? What is the value of my business is definitely the place to start, right? So that's that is the end goal. It's can I afford to retire, right? Do I have what I need? How do I this has been my life and my livelihood. How do I puzzle out of this that I do every day into something new that I do every day? It starts with the value. It starts with understanding, and that's really derived from it's the owner's benefit. It's what are you at Mr. Seller? What are you making out of the business? What are your benefits you receive from the business? I lean very heavily on my banking background. So I have a database of SBA sold listings. I can sort them by business type, by business size, by the structure of the business, pick out the best comparables for them. And we really know, that this is what it will be when you put it on the market. This is what it should sell for.
So I've heard a sobering statistic that as much as 80% of the businesses that go to, up for sale go unsold. Can you kind of give us a peek at like what might cause that? Are these mistakes? Are these owners trying to sell on their own? What happens when a business is unsold? How does that happen?
A lot of different ways. One of the biggest difficulties that a business owner has is keeping the sale confidential. So breaching that confidentiality, whether your customers, your employees. I mean, you can think about the different ramifications of somebody finding out that your business is on the market. So keeping it confidential is definitely something that interrupts sales. Not valuing it properly is definitely if something's valued right, it's going to sell in this market. There are buyers out there. My thesis is, again, it's these businesses that are long and they're established. They've kind of plateaued. They're really neat businesses. The owners don't have to do a lot necessarily to operate them. There's a new generation coming in behind you that can breathe life into them and can take it to some place that you never even dreamed of. And that's a cool experience to see. But going through that puzzle, what's it worth? How do I go about it? How do I find that right buyer? And how do I do it in confidence is really a challenge.
In today's economy, Bill, have you noticed anything different in the market or the state of buying and selling a business today versus pre-COVID?
Definitely, it's the buyers. It's the professionalism of the buyers, the youth. It used to be that there was a sprinkling of young, eager people ready to couples even to buy a business that were moving into Florida. And now it's become a driving force. I think you see people that would have gone on to a successful career in investment banking would have said, this isn't for me. I have my family. I'd like to own a business. And how do I go about that? Having SBA financing out there and available, readily available. 10% down. It's pretty easy to structure. So if you have a good business with the good financials that you can demonstrate to a bank and get it financed, it's financeable. It's going to sell, and that's what you want to do, right? That's the 80-20 that you're talking about. So it's a variety of things. It's sometimes things go wrong, but I think the bulk is they're really not prepared to sell.
Great insight. Bill, what inspired you to get into this field and help business owners sell their businesses? How did you get started?
I just love businesses. It's been my passion. Banking as a young banker, I started meeting entrepreneurs and learning about them and seeing the drive that they have, how they go about business, how they go about determining making their way in life. Right? It's not somebody else's rules. These are my rules, and envying that. In banking, I was very entrepreneurial. We would build and sell banks. So we were business people and entrepreneurs ourselves within banking, and it's a natural, it's a good fit. It's great people to be around, a lot of camaraderie. It's enjoyable.
Before I ask you my last question, is there anything, regarding selling a business in today's economy, is there anything I didn't think to ask you that you feel is important to share with business owners considering selling today?
Yeah. So what I have seen and what my passion is that I'm trying to communicate now is that you know some of those 80% don't sell. Many of it's not even that 80%. It's the ones that don't get onto the market. They never get to the market. It's the business owner that he's thinking about the problem. He's thinking about the value, doesn't know how to go about it, doesn't have time to do it himself. He has his full business, especially when you throw in that, and how am I going to keep this confidential, right? All those things make it to where business owners do not sell their business, and things happen, right? Economies happen, medical conditions happen, things happen. I've seen it way too many times. I've watched too many families lose millions of dollars because they didn't sell at the proper time. Right now, it's a great market. Like I said, SBA financing, the banks are lending. There's buyers in the market. If you have a good business to sell, there's 5 buyers for your business right now.
Wow.
Get good condition. Let's move it.
Sage advice. Bill, for business owners listening right now that are interested in reaching out to you and talking to you, how can they find you and connect?
Sure. The easiest way is my website, 5 Steps to Sell, the number 5, word steps, number 2, sell.com, 5stepstosell.com. They'll find everything about me.
This has been terrific. I really appreciate you taking the time to share with my audience today, and I wish you continued success for you and for all of your clients.
Likewise, Mark. Appreciate the opportunity.
That was Bill West, founder of West Advisory, and this segment's been brought to you by booksgrowbusiness.com. It's the place where busy professionals get their books done and published to educate consumers, grow their practices and businesses, and leave a legacy. That's all for now. I'm Mark Imperial, and thanks for joining me.